So the super esoteric from the future, which is also now in a parallel universe. If enough people are ready, guys, I swear to heaven that this is what's going to happen. Well, here it is, folks. Resurrection. So I want you guys to know that death does not exist, okay? Because we are headed to the new heaven. So what does this mean? Death shall be no more. Look at Revelation. What does it say? Okay? Fear, death, suffering. Read it, paraphrase it. Death will be no more. Okay? Death will be no more. So if someone dies, what does that mean? It means that they will return when we're all in heaven. Guys, what is heaven? Heaven is coming to earth. So think about it. There's a new heaven and a new earth. And a new Jerusalem and the 12 holy cities. Okay? So, as my intuition says, I already know how all this works. Now my human self gets to go read the book. Because I didn't even really read the book that carefully. Because I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, my intuition already knows what this book is saying. I don't need to read the book, because I already know. It already knows. It's like, was I writing the book? Was I there when it was written? Were we all there when it was written? Who was there? Well, think about that. Think about that for a second. But the point is the new heaven. This is what I know. The power works. If you know your power, you know how powerful you are. But you're trying to think, how can I wake everyone else up to their power? Look, all it needs to happen is people be in the same room and we use the power together at the same place at the same time. But this is how it works, guys. It takes time because we're a whole collective body. We're a whole collective consciousness. And so by creating a specific or different ones, because I don't know everything. Hey, you guys probably already know better than me. So I don't act like I know everything. But hey, look, here's the thing, right? Come talk to me. Talk to me on the side. If whatever. Let's talk about this and let's keep this going. Okay? Because this is playing out. We all know this is happening. We all know this is why we're here on the planet. The new earth, the new heaven, all this stuff. But here's what interesting is, okay? The resurrection part. This is what I really love. Because I believe that death does not exist. I believe we will not die. I don't think anyone will. And even if they do die, they will get resurrected. Because we can use the power to manipulate the energy. So we must develop the schools to teach people how to do this. If people knew what I knew, we wouldn't die. No one would die. Because we would live for 1,000 years in heaven. Because that is exactly what is written. 1,000 years in heaven. If people knew what I knew, we would all live forever. But here's the thing, right? Everyone has to believe it. Okay? So that's the trick. Everyone has to believe it for it to work. Or enough people have to believe it for it to work. So it's the 100th monkey syndrome. But even more exciting is we can create a against civilization community. Not against, but separate civilization community that, guess what? We have a set belief system in there. But guess what? That's already what had happened. If you look at the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Qumran communities, it's like not even necessarily, I mean, you could say it's secret, but it's a community that's by itself. This is what Machu Picchu was. This is what Atlantis was. This is what Sparta was. It's a community where a group has specific beliefs. So you go somewhere where everyone believes you're going to live for 1,000 years. And guess what? No one lets anyone else die. This is how our life will play out in this life. And that is what I believe 1,000% is going to happen. When it ends, I saw his vision 1,000 times. What does heaven look like? What does heaven look like? I saw his vision 1,000 times. And you know what I saw every single time? Everyone's there, and I laughed at myself. Who's going to die? We're all looking at each other in a circle, and we're like, okay, that dude's 365. This person's 850. This person's 212. And, okay, who's dying? Well, none of us, because no one dies in this community. We all live forever. So you got to realize, it's that. And you would think to yourself, check this, I'm going to blow your freaking mind. You think to yourself and you say, but that wouldn't work because blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go ahead and replace that thought with, it will work. Because if you say it'll work and I say it'll work, then all we're seeing is everyone live forever, it's going to happen. Okay? And then imagine babies are born in a community where everyone's 800 years old. But it even implies, I mean, there's also other implications about, do we even need to make babies at that point? And who knows? I don't know what you think. Let me know. Let me know what you think about that part, because I don't know. But point being is, this is where we're headed, guys. When is it going to happen? When is it going to play out? I believe we're living forever. And I say, look, if by all God means that, you know, I know there's other people out there that believe this. I know there's other people out there that believe what I believe, but I just let you know that it's literally going to happen. Because I just know. This is where we're going. This is where we're headed. You know, what actually needs to be done. Let's just keep playing it out. Because really what happens is conversation, guys. This conversation is placebo consciousness. It's placebo reality. This is the new heaven. This is the new heaven, the new Jerusalem. So it's coming to this planet. It's coming to this planet, and the beings of light are here already incarnated into these bodies. Some getting these walk-in experiences, but, you know, it's still incarnation, right? Because, you know, you go into the Dolores Cannon teachings. You can go into Dolores Cannon. That stuff really resonates. And there's a lot of good stuff in there. And the point being is, it's all, to me, this is what it is to me, is all these teachers are just pointing back at the own inner wisdom that you already know. And I trust what I know. I trust what I receive. So, guys, yeah, new heaven. I just had a conversation that just blew my mind. And I wanted to share it with you guys because this is the place that we are going. Let's go ahead and, you know, let's do this thing. I mean, let's get this done. I mean, we're already, you know, and it's funny part of it is, can you get it done? Can you actually get it done? Can you actually get the result? Because isn't it just a process that keeps going? Like, if it's really eternal life, they said, if he who believes in me, right, will we actually live eternal life? Well, that's funny because it's like there's no end result there, is there? You can't have an end result if there's eternal life because it means it's going to keep going. It means it never ends, which means it's just going to keep going. So let go of the fear of death completely. Believe you will live. Believe you are saved. And believe that it's Jesus coming to heaven on earth, and you know, right now, or when it could happen any second, right? Believe it fully that you're not going to die. And if someone dies, it's fine because we can resurrect them. And that's what I received. I received this download. We're going to resurrect people. It might play out in the 2040s. It could play out on a secret on the side without public knowing. And, you know, it could have already happened in a secret room. But here's the thing, right? When everyone's ready, it'll happen. So how do we get ready? Well, we got to experiment. We got to find out how powerful is the power. How powerful are we when we use the power together? We got to find out. And so through experience, through learning, through loving, together we learn how to do it together. We learn how to do anything together, right? So this is how it works, guys. New heaven. Shout out to that conversation that I just had. Wow, blew my mind. Wanted to share this. And yeah, guys, really excited. We can just keep going. I mean, we'll keep going forever because that's the whole point, right? Eternal life. We're going to keep going forever.